kingdoms that have been upon the planet Earth, the Heavenly Father will send forth his prophets to prophesy its downfall. It was the same with the Babylonian Empire. It was the same with the Medo-Persian Empire. It was the same with the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire. But see, the Roman Empire was going to come back, okay, through the revival of the beast, okay, pursuant to Revelation the 13th chapter. It talks about how the deadly wound was healed, that the ancient Roman Empire was revitalized and put back, it brought back to life, if you will. That's why I say he caused the image of the beast to live, and as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, it was brought back to life through America, NATO, and the EU. But see, as the end time prophecies continue to press forward, there's going to be a shift in who's an ally to who, you know, because eventually America is going to be double crossed, okay, by its allies, and it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, okay, in a war known as Armageddon or World War III. And this is what Trump, the Iran thing, the Israel thing, this is what it's all leading to. It's leading to World War III. All right, so we're here to bring you the prophecies out of the scriptures that pertain to the subjects that I just listed, okay? And to give you the understanding and to give you the warning, whether you hear or whether you forbear, okay? Because our like I said, our God is a just power where he will not leave you without a warning. He will not leave you without insight or foresight. It's up to you to have the faith to believe it before it's manifested. You know, you could read that and then y'all got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, so the prophets, they've always been doing this. They've always come out and give you to be the bearer of bad news, if you will. You know, and this is why the prophets had one of the hardest jobs. This is why I tell you in the book of Luke, the 6th chapter, it says, blessed is ye when men shall revile you and separate their company from you. Because you are the bearer of the good news, but to the ones that it's not for, it's bad news. To the unbelieving, it's bad news. Brother, I just bought me a new house. I just bought me a Cadillac. I just had twins. What you talking about? America gonna be destroyed? I ain't trying to hear that. I'm trying to be optimistic. You being pessimistic. You know, this is the pushback that we get. But see, get Romans 3:3. Do some milk scriptures real quick. Okay. The Lord, the prophecies of the end have nothing to do with your worldly desires, man. You know, the Lord is moving on his own time. Y'all should bring it back. And he has his own agenda. And he's going to set up his kingdom, which is going to be headed by his only begotten son. And in doing so, he's going to send out his prophets to prophesy the downfall. Okay, they're going to be looked at as the scum of the earth, being reviled, being defamed, as it says in 1 Corinthians. You know, but even though he's doing that, it's the prophecies, the things that they're saying is still going to come. Y'all got it.
This is the book of Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Heavenly Father without effect?
Shall your unbelief make the prophecies not work? Make the prophecies not move? You know?
And if I could say, that's what it says in 2 Ezra 15. You know, let not the incredulity or the unbelief, you know what I'm saying, I forgot exactly how it went. Yeah, Baba Kashad, because, you know what I'm saying, ultimately the faith is the evidence of things not seen, the evidence of things hoped for, you know what I'm saying? So see, Jake needs a sign, you know what I'm saying? But the signs are what? In the form of prophecy, man. Okay, and the Lord is giving the signs, but only the prophets are going to be able to receive those things and see, you know? You got it, right?
It's 2 Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Because why? Because prophecy is ultimately the standard, right? Because the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So Yahushua is speaking to his prophets for what's happening here in the world. You got that?
It says, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And our forefathers received these visions, and they knew what was going to be. They knew that what was going to happen, so they wrote down these visions for what? For these last times, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even Apostle Peter, he told us that while he was in his earthly vessel, that he was going to strive to put us in remembrance. And these epistles are for what? The regeneration of the elect in these last days, man. Okay, you got that.
It says, 2nd Ezra 15:3, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
And that the word incredulity goes back to unbelief or unfaithful. You know, so ultimately it takes faith for you to understand these scriptures and the prophecies and have hope in them and have expectation in them. You know what I'm saying? You got.
And the Lord is so cold because, you know, there's a lot of distrust with people in this, like, people don't trust people in this society, you know, and rightfully so. But see, our word is actually true. It's faithful and it's true. And the reason why a lot of people don't believe this message that we're coming with is because of the messengers. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all dress. You don't have no degrees. You know, you a cashier, or you just a material handler. You know, like we have these lowly statuses within society. You know, you just a bunch of niggas. You know, like I jumped on one of the brothers' live streams today. I think it was the brothers in Tampa. They was live, and I jumped on the live stream, and there was a comment talking about why are y'all wearing Power Ranger suits or something. You know, scoffing. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is cold because he knows that you people are carnal, and the carnal mind is enmity with the Most High. So the Lord's gonna have his men come out and be spiritual. He's gonna come out with men that are not prominent in it. They're not popular. You know, the Lord is not running a popularity contest. Otherwise, he would have had Kendrick Lamar be his top prophet. You know what I'm saying? What that nigga say? Don't call me black no more. I forgot how the song goes. I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. Then that nigga, you ain't never heard Israelite out of his mouth again. You know, but that's because the Lord ain't dealing with those. He's dealing with the meek. The meek shall inherit the earth, the lowly. Because the Lord is about showing his power. So he's going to take the lowly, he's going to put them on top. He's going to take the ones on top, he's going to put them on the bottom. It says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. So you got that, and then we'll get into the prophecies.
This is back in Romans 3:3. It says, for what if some did not believe?
Oh, Salakia. It's one more on here. 2nd Ezra 15:3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Yeah, man, and that's what it is, because ultimately the faith is gonna bring us salvation. Okay, ultimately it's faith in Yahweh Shai. So when people don't choose not to believe the prophecies that Babylon's going to be destroyed, that World War III is right there on the doorstep, you know, ultimately they don't believe in Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's right there in the scripture.
Exactly.
You know, can you get Revelation 9:12 real quick?
Hey, real quick, I got that. The root of that word, incredulity, is incredulous, and it says incredulous
That's
is
on
an
the
adjective.
Edom Online?
This is from Google.
Okay, kind.
Incredulous is an adjective describing a person who is unwilling or unable to believe something, typically due to shock, surprise, or skepticism.
Right. So this is a shocking message, you know, because we're telling you that America, all 5,000 square miles of it is going to become a lake of fire. That's something that the world has never seen. And there was that same incredulity and that same shock when Noah was preaching. You know, Noah was out there preaching. He was telling them people it was going to rain. And they looking at Noah like, no, it never rained. What are you talking about? Water never fell from the sky. The Lord waters the plants with the dew and you know, the dew of the earth. So it's fine. So you know, there was incredulity there, you know, and the Lord still brought that flood though, and the Lord saved the faithful, which was Noah and his family. You got that Revelation 9:12?
Yep.
Read that real quick.
This is Revelation chapter 9, verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Right. No, the woes represent world's war. So we're telling you that World War III is gonna come. Go to
Revelation 11 and what's that? 13, 14?
14.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And that's a quick turnaround, man. You know what I'm saying? World War II happened, in the late 40s. You know what I'm saying? And this is a real quick turnaround, man. So this is why the scriptures already warned us what was going to be happening, man. The third woe is coming quickly, and we see everything big when you read Joel the second chapter. You know what I'm saying, that the Lord is gathering, in the valley of decision. You know what I'm saying? In Daniel it says that it's the Lord of hosts that mustered up the battle. Right, you know what I'm saying? So ultimately, this is all prophecy for the end times that we're in right now, man. And see, the problem is that Jake don't believe that these are the last days, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Until prophecy slaps him right in the face, and that's why it says, "Make no tearing to turn to the Lord, man." For suddenly, shall the wrath of the Lord come, man.
Now jump to chapter 16 and verse 12.
This is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, and the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Right, the kings of the east is talking about Russia.
Yep.
China, Iran.
Yep.
These and somebody look up, is the Euphrates River drying up? Ask ChatGPT or Google, is the Euphrates River drying up? Because like you said, people don't want to believe this the end, but these are all the signs that you're in the end. The Euphrates drying up, like the brother said, he's gathering the nations into the valley of Yahweh. And meanwhile, you got Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, y'all niggas still taking trips to Dubai and shit. Getting stranded out there in Dubai. It was a bunch of videos last week about Israelites on Instagram crying and shit, talking about, oh, I'm a humble. The one bitch talking about, I'm coming on here as a humble citizen because I'm stranded. And Mr. President, would you please just cease fire? And all this, like, the world don't stop. So this is the pride of you Americans. The world don't stop for you and your vacation. Or just because you a black bitch and you out there and you scared. And then the one Jake, man, I ain't never had the experience nothing like this, man, but we gonna stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying to who?
Right.
Praying to who? What's his name? You see, the name don't matter according to IUIC, but we told you that the name is a strong tower, and the righteous run up into it and it's safe. We're going to see if the name don't matter when the missiles get to flying, okay? Because I bet you them people that's over there and the missiles is flying over their head, whatever God they calling on, they hoping and praying that he answered their prayer, man, okay? And they ain't saying, no name. Please, no name, help me out, you know what I'm saying? Or please,
Hashem.
Yeah, Hashem, the name. Please, the name. Please, unknown God. No, they out there calling on whatever name, and they wholeheartedly believing in it.
God.
Because you have to know the name. And we telling you that the name is Yahweh by Hashem in the name Yahweh Shai. All right? Which I got?
I got that. You asked about the Euphrates River.
Oh, yeah. What did it say?
It says, yes, the Euphrates River.
Oh, that's it. No, I was going to read the rest. But it said, yes, the Euphrates River is drying up. Because I know like sometimes they'll tell you yes and then they'll say, but.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga. I'm trying to switch it up. Nah. But what did it say?
It says, yes, the Euphrates River is drying up at a critical rate.
Oh, at a critical rate. Why? Because the Lord said he was shortening the days. Matthew 24. The Lord is speeding the prophecies up. He making everything move fast. It said at a critical rate. Go ahead.
It says, this was how you get it. It says rates due to climate change, severe drought, upstream water.
Yeah, so that's Esau in the carnal mind trying to rationalize why this is happening. He could have just said, well, when you read Revelation chapter 16, verse 12, the Lord said he was going to dry. Oh, it said that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So they say the biblical significance, the drying has revealed ancient ruins leading to widespread discussion regarding biblical prophecy. Revelation 16 and 12 as discussed in gotquestions.org.
Con. So read the first line again.
Yes, the Euphrates is drying up at a critical rate.
That's it. So I'm going to read this again. Revelation 16 and 12. And the sixth angel, so the Lord have it. This angel is working right now. It said, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. Do these people understand that the Euphrates River, do you know how old the Euphrates River is? The Euphrates River was here in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's one of the four heads in the
Yeah.
book of Genesis. It's one of the oldest rivers on earth, if not the oldest. You see, and it's the only one that kept the same name. When you go back and read the book of Genesis, okay, and the Lord did that so you would know when He dries it up. And said, look, this is, you know what I'm saying? Because He could have said, I'm gonna drive the great river Hiddekel, and then nobody knows where the Hiddekel is. You know, but He said, no, I'm gonna drive the Euphrates because it's gonna keep that. I'm gonna have it keep the same name all the way into the end. It says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. It's not talking about 3 men walking through the desert. It's talking about their armies. The way of the kings of the east armies might be prepared. Okay, because again, the Lord is gathering the nations down into that valley of Yahushua. And you can read that Matthew and break it down, and then I want to go to that Joel about the valley of Jehoshaphat.
What you want to
Matthew 24, I think it's 22. He said He's gonna shorten the days. Except those days should be shortened.
Yeah, kind. I'm gonna start at verse 21. Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be." You know, and that's going into Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? And that's you can read about that in Daniel, where it's a time like unlike any other. You know what I'm saying? So this is Jacob's trouble is going to be happening before we get to the ultimate judgment. You know what I'm saying? Verse 22 is
because you got the cruel Lord ruling right
there
now,
it
which is Donald Trump. Like the chick, she's like, I just wish she's talking about I'm all the way in and this is what niggas do. Niggas try to flex. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas think going to Dubai is a flex. So she was just, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm all the way here in Dubai, and I still am affected by Trump's foolishness and shit like that. And I'm thinking, yeah, because that's the cruel Lord. You know what I'm saying? He gonna keep, and America is the hammer of the earth. See, you don't know what's going on in the earth because you all the way here in America, and you don't consider what America is doing over there in the East. But they're constantly bombing shit. You know? They're constantly, that's why the people, they're used to that. You know? But you Americans, you don't consider it. And she's like, yeah, I'm all the way in the East. And it's just funny because you Americans, you don't take nothing serious. Like, you could tell they still didn't take the situation serious. Because why are you making videos? You know, if it's life or death situation, I'm not about to be making a fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing on my mind. I'm praying to the Lord. I'm damn crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm damn calling my loved ones. You know, telling them, look, I might not make it out. You know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this the password to my bank account. You're like, bro, like shit, like doing. That's how you know they don't really. She didn't know what type of danger she was really in, and she took it as an opportunity to make content. Like, what the fuck? Talking about follow me up. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna add to you. The scripture says that the wise is going to be, mine is going to be on mourning. All right, and these people, while they watching missiles fly over here, hitting Earth. They still parlaying because it haven't affected them yet. All right, but it's so close, and like this is the warning that the Lord repeated over and over and over again. You said it earlier with Noah. He was out there prophesying for 100 years. He even claimed that something was going to happen that they never saw before, and they scoffed him, right? Made fun of him, all right. And then when that day came, all right. That wrath came upon them. Same thing with today. You got it.
But now it's gonna be different. Now it's gonna be a rain and missiles. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just the flood. You know, now it's gonna be a flood of fire.
Right.
Let me finish this out, and then you got it out. Matthew 24 and verse 22. It says, "And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened."
So the Lord is shortening the days, meaning He's speeding up the prophecies. The Lord, the number of days is already set. He's not gonna cut that short. What He's doing is He's speeding up His prophecies. Okay, He's making everything move quickly. Okay, to bring about the end. Okay, so that He can reach His deadline. Because it already told you that the Lord set your boundaries that you cannot pass. And like I was saying at camp yesterday or whatever day that was, like, bro. Here it is. We didn't follow the Lord, so we went into slavery. Nobody got a problem with that. But then when we say y'all got to go into slavery, y'all say we wrong. We should be teaching love. But hold on, you not following the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So why shouldn't you go into slavery? You're not doing. You heathen is not doing what the Lord wants, as far as according to the scriptures. You know. But y'all got it. You got know you said you had one.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 7. It says, "And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, God and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea." Right, and that the Satan is talking about the so-called white man. When the Lord gave him the ability to the Lord moved the chains and the shackles off these people, man. These so-called white people, man. Starting in the 1300s, 1350. And what has Esau been doing since then? Well, you got something called deceit. Okay, Esau likes to go throughout amongst the planet Earth, sowing discord, sowing lies. Okay, lying to these nations,
Right.
and eventually, he ended up stabbing them in the back.
Yeah. Was that scripture that you just read? It reminded me of. That's why we about to go back to Revelation 16 real quick, because that reminded me of the 3 unclean spirits like frogs. Because can you read that again?
Yep. This is the book of Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired,
And see, the land of Israel, they play a big part in all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though they're not one of those 3 unclean spirits, they're not one of those city states, but Israel is behind the scenes. When we say Israel, we're talking about the small hats. They're behind the scenes working these things. Okay, because the small hats, the Amalek pretty much rule the world.
Ain't no pretty much.
Yeah, right. You know, they're calling the shots. Okay, the Elisa Eden, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, they're Amalekites. They're small hats. Okay.
Hey, they're the masterminds of the horde that's riding on the beast system, man.
Right.
You know, so they're everything starts with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all these these intelligence companies, technology companies.
Yeah.
The head or the owner of them or whoever created them, they small hats, man. It's something called Pax Judaica, right? Where they say Israel has a plan when the United States is destroyed. Okay, everything is going to be transferred over to Israel. So it's going to be like everybody got to go to Israel. You know, all countries got to go to them for the one and all things, man. See, this is the mind of these Amalekites, man. You already benefiting off of government assistance, bro. And now you doing all of this for what, man? Like, you're an insatiable creature, man. They talking about Google gonna move to Israel, Microsoft, all these technology companies in Silicon Valley is gonna move over there. And the whole thing these Amalekites want to do, they're chasing after everlasting life, man. You see, they think they're really the Israelites and they're gonna rule over the whole entire planet Earth, man. It's not gonna happen. That's not meant for you.
And if I could say, because they trying to emulate what the kingdom of heaven on the left hand side, because it says that in Micah 4, you know, that all the nations shall come to the mountain of Yahweh Shemashai, and they're gonna learn of his ways and things like that. See, that's what ultimately Esau is trying to play out on this side, man. And this war that's being forced, because this is a forced war to bring a whole world change, man. You know what I'm saying? What's that on the back of the dollar bill? Nova kind, exactly. You know, to put that into play, because that's been in the works since 1776, bro. You know,
Albert Pike.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, those are the Temanites, the Germans, man.
Kind.
See,
the
so-called Ashkenazi Jews, man. These people ain't no good, man, and these nations are starting to find out.
Kind.
Yeah, that's a part of the end time prophecy. That's them being exposed.
Yep.
You want me to finish this?
Yeah, read that one time. Yeah.
This is Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired,
that's talking about the dark ages. After the dark ages, go ahead.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
That's you so-called white people, especially you small ass. Because you small ass, you was kicked out of hundreds of nations. We know that. We know that history. You know, read the book, The 13th Tribe. Okay, but go ahead.
It says, verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which
that's what I wanted, because the part of the deception was the 3 unclean spirits like frogs. Okay, working miracles through the financial system, through military force, and through false religion.
Mm-hmm.
But you got it.
It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Because every nation on earth, look, I'm looking at it right now. You got white Jesus on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got like every nation was deceived by that white Jesus. Majority nations was deceived by that democracy, Americanization.
Mm-hmm.
You know, majority nations was deceived by that dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's through those 3 city states.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
No, it says Gog and Magog
That's Russia.
to gather them together to battle.
Right.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
Right.
Because it's gonna be a whole lot of troops
Mm-hmm.
in the so-called Middle East, man. Okay, because ultimately that's gonna be the end-all, be-all wars.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that draft is coming back.
Yep.
You see, and they said when it's an emergency draft like that, if you were the age of, I believe it's like 21 to 39, you're eligible for the draft.
Yeah.
You know? So we're gonna see what you niggas is made of, how much you niggas really love America. You niggas that say that we crazy. Well, if we crazy, then you should be willing to go fight for this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If our message about it being destroyed and how wicked and evil it is and how bad it is if that's wrong, that means that you view it as good. You should be willing to sign that dotted line
Yep.
and put on that green helmet.
Yep.
Take your stupid ass out there and melt. You know, like real talk. You got something?
Verse 16.
Yeah, read that real quick.
This is Revelations chapter 16, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Hey, side quest. Y'all niggas was hopping out them fucking tunnels like frogs. You small hats, man. You niggas over there in New York City, them niggas was hopping out the tunnels like what, like motherfucking Master Splinter.
Yeah, little
Like,
rats.
yeah, that's why we was calling y'all rats before that shit happened. We like, damn, the Lord cold. These niggas really be in the tunnels. And then you had dirty mattresses down there.
Yeah, bloody mattresses.
Bloody mattresses down there. You had high chairs down. What the fuck was y'all niggas doing, man? And then you got the nerve of, well, we know they said that nigga J.E.
Mm-hmm.
You know who J.E. is with the E files. They said that nigga alive. That nigga over there in Israel.
Hell yeah.
Matter of fact, when a P file or a sex offender, when they catch a case, them niggas flee to Israel.
It's what's it called where you get like immunity.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's Israel is one of them places. Because why? 'Cause like I just said, bro, they do things on the left hand side. It's a city in the scriptures. I believe what's that Numbers? Where you went to go to flee. Just,
City of refuge.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you somebody falsely accused you of a crime, you know what I'm saying, you will flee to that city until everything gets situated. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Esau is a left hand a wizard on the left hand side, man. You know, trying to emulate Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You got it out.
It says,
You can bring back from the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Yeah, that's the 3 city states. Like we were saying, London being the financial, the Vatican being the religious, and then Washington D.C. being the military. And those 3 forces, if you will, those 3 spirits, they are working together in tandem to bring about the war Armageddon. Okay, because that's what the Lord wants ultimately. Okay, Esau think it's working for him, but it's really working for the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, because the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Even your heart, as wicked as your heart is, I'm wicked. I worship Satan. My heart is not in the hand of Yahweh. You know, the proud ass small child. You know what I'm saying? No, your heart is in the hand of the Lord too. He made you that wicked. You know, he's the demons that you're consulting with. The Lord is consulting with them first. Just like how the Lord was consulting with Satan before he went to test Job. Okay, it's the same structure in the heavens. Was that it on there? I think it's more because it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils.
Devils, deceivers. Y'all some damn devils, man. and you know you a devil. That's why they the Duke Blue Devils.
Mm-hmm.
They name their mascots the Red Devils,
Yeah.
the Flaming Devils. Who the hell want to be a devil? Why is that cool? You know what I'm saying? Like why would you
In
try
what
to
culture?
yeah, like why would you try to how do you say glorify that?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It says, working miracles,
working miracles. Go ahead.
which go forth unto the kings.
Yeah, one of those miracles is that they will cause fire to
Yeah.
come down from heaven in the sight of men.
Yeah.
You all the bombs that you constantly dropping. You know, that's your great power. You know that you're using to really, like I said, you're doing the will of the Lord, man. That's the beautiful thing about all of this. Yeah, that's the light at the end of the tunnel. Is that this so-called white man? He as deranged as he is, he's not moving autonomously.
You in the spirit.
Go
Chris
ahead.
said to back you up real quick. Proverbs 16:4. It says, "The Lord hath made all things for Himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil."
So the Lord made you. You know what I'm saying? No, it was the Big Bang.
Right.
And when this molecule and that molecule, and then you had 360 elements. Shut your dumb ass up. Sit down, man. You so smart, you stupid. You know, hey, them demons, they gave you certain shit that was little cunning shit. You know what I'm saying? But then they really made you stupid though, because you don't understand that you have an end. I mean, you do, but you don't. You don't believe it. You think it's a way out. There must be some way. That's a white people shit. There must be some way.
Yeah.
Something we can do.
Yeah.
You're like on Greenland. the second one, they supposed to be coming out the bunker and pretty much restoring the earth, man. You
Oh,
read
yeah,
my
right.
thing, it's not happening, man.
Well, that's what the Rothschilds believe. They call it rising from the phoenix, rising from the ashes.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, look up that phrase. What does it mean, the phoenix rising? Ask ChatGPT. What does it mean, the phoenix rising from the ashes? You're not gonna rise. You're gonna rise in chains. You're gonna rise with a yoke of iron on your neck.
You have no hope for resurrection.
That's right. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what the one of the seven sons
Gone.
told you in Second Maccabees 7.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "As for you, and you
nigga.
was putting him to death, and he was like, nigga, I don't care. Look, I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna be good." Even Balaam, he saw that. He said, "The people shall dwell alone." You know, he said, "I wish I was one of them." He said, "I wish my latter end was like them." So when I seen in the vision, oh, they was good.
I got it.
Kinda.
This is Second Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, "So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good to be put to death by men, to look for hope from the Most High Yahweh, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life."
Right, I mean, you don't get everlasting life. This is as good as it gets for you, man.
Yep.
You know, a fucking Ford F-150, a fucking ran through ass white bitch, a couple what? Yeah, a couple AK-47s.
Yeah.
This is as good as it gets for you devils, man. Get that in Lamentations too. Rejoice and be glad. This is as good as it gets for you. A fucking a Star Spangled Banner, a fucking red, white, and blue flag with 50 stars on it, nigga. This is your glory right here, man. This shit is weak. Wait till you see how we gonna do it, man. You know, Jake, we do it up, man. We gonna flex so hard, bro. Bro, we gonna have our clothes is gonna be gold threaded. You know what I'm saying? We gonna eat. We gonna pass me the gold.
Got it.
We gonna season our shit with gold.
That's the spirit, because you see Jake doing that now. They had a gold-plated chicken wings. You don't see no other nation doing that. They said some of them. They say it don't even taste like shit. They say it's just a royalty thing.
Yeah, they don't taste like nothing. This is like you say. It's just flossing.
Yeah, we ain't gonna keep stacking that shit and leaving it in a vault.
Yeah. Seal the vault tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever get this.
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't even getting it. You just this is in there. The boat living it up.
It's gonna be so dope. We gonna have rolls of jewels in our mouth, man.
Yeah.
It says in the Songs of Songs,
Yeah.
Song of Songs,
Solomon.
Songs of Solomon. It's a lot.
It's a lot of S's.
Yeah.
Solid, it's a lot.
Twisted, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is how we gonna be living, man. It ain't gonna be no underground Fort Knox. You know what I'm saying? A place out in the middle of nowhere, a whole bunch of gold is just kept. Ain't none of that, man, because we gonna be flossing like that, man.
And then we gonna worship our God openly. And
Yeah.
you gonna worship our God too. You gonna be forced to do it. We ain't
Yeah.
gonna be in tunnels worshiping Satan and shit. Like you weird ass in sewers and shit worshiping about all and shit. You niggas is weak, man.
It's through, man.
Like real talk, you weak, man. Dude, like we gonna laugh at you on how you did it, man. We gonna be like, bro, that was the best you had. Like
Is this
damn.
the man?
It's this,
Yeah. You gotta get that, bro. You gotta get that. What you want in Lamentation?
4:21.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, this is Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom."
Yeah, you better live it up. You better sing "Sweet Home Alabama" while you can, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You better
Surfing USA.
yeah, right. Party in the USA. Yeah, you better sing whatever songs. Like I said, God bless America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when I looked at them devils in that courtroom, them niggas was enjoying that shit. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Jake and Chains and shit. You know what I'm saying? Knowing it, you know, knowing what they gonna do. They already know what they gonna do, but they playing like they, well, you know, the judge, he may, you know, I don't know what he's gonna say, but he seems like a pretty nice guy. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Y'all back there was talking about me 2 seconds ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell they enjoying this oppression that they putting on us, but it's okay though. You supposed to rejoice.
Yeah.
Cause we gonna enjoy ours.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna rejoice.
We gonna, bro. Oh, we gonna have them laughs from the gut like they told you Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, the whole belly, belly flopping.
Yeah, bro. That's how we gonna laugh. You gonna, bro. It's gonna hurt your ears.
Hey, but the scripture says in Revelation, "Rejoice, ye holy prophets, because the Lord have avenged her basically on your behalf." Probably paraphrase. So we're just biding our time, man. You know. Continuing on, Lamentations 4 verse 21 it says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall be passed through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked."
Ooh, the cup is talking about this curses.
Yep.
Okay. All the judgments of Yahweh Shem Shai, the Lord ain't gonna spare you no more. Okay, he will hold his tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So when you think about every curse, go to Deuteronomy 28 and familiarize yourself. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta go to Deuteronomy 28 because I know you don't like the Bible. Just look at our history. Look at what we went through. Okay, minus all the gay shit that you did. Look at what we went through, and that's what you about to go through. You're gonna have yokes of iron on your neck. You're gonna have 8-month-olds in the field picking cotton. Okay, you know your daughters is gonna be given to another people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna deal with them when we want. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna like it. after 30 days. They ain't gonna forget about your dumb ass. You know?
Yeah, they forgetting about you Edomites now, man. They don't want to be with y'all, man.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of Edomite women divorcing their husband because they seeing that they weak and they won't protect them. And they guess who they flocking to? The Israelite, man.
It's always been like that though, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even secretly when they was having Israelite babies, you know what I'm saying? You got the mixed children and then line up every Israelite. Who the fuck? You know how they talk. Who the fuck is fuck my wife? You know what I'm saying?
Eyes the popping, massa. Eyes the popping, massa. He hold the baby up.
Look at that.
Hey, you ain't gonna be able to do that in the kingdom. Man. We gonna tell you. We gonna say, look, man. You make this day special because this is your last day seeing her.
Yeah, God.
Matter of fact, we don't even gotta give you no advance notice, man. You just gonna wake up one day and she gonna be gone. You gonna already know what happened.
Hey, because the scripture says in Joel that you have sold.
You gotta go to Joel 3.
Yeah, Baba Shai, because it tells you what they did, man. You know, they made a pact with the Grecians.
Right.
You know, and they sold our children across the borders, man.
Yeah, we watched the movie 12 Years a Slave, and the woman she was begging the slaver to sell her children with her. She was like, please, I beg you, just make us go to the same master or whatever. And the dude was willing to buy her and her children, but the slaver was so wicked. He like, nah, we separate them. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you watch that movie. That's a pretty raw, uncut movie for real. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the slave movies be cheesy, but that one rough.
Got it. And that's part of the curses, because it says that we will have no might. We will have no might in our hands. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, when you read Deuteronomy 30, it tells you once Jacob get in our right mind, which will be in the kingdom of heaven, that these curses will fall upon our enemies, man. You know. So now Becky is gonna have to beg and cry for her children to be sold. I'm selling all type of children to brothers, man. You know, I ain't gonna sell it. Hey man, here you go, bro. You need another hand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, here you go. Because why? Because that's the same thing that that was happening, you know, in the 1800s, man. You know what I'm saying? When masters would kick up his feet, and you got other slave masters come in. You know what I'm saying, man? I like her. You know, hey, let me have her. Hey, here you go. You know.
And that was all wicked.
Yep.
Like I said, we're gonna do it in righteousness, so you ain't gonna have you ain't gonna be able to complain to the Lord. See, we actually had complaints to the Lord that were valid. You're not gonna have no complaints because everything we're gonna be doing is in righteousness. It's gonna be a nightmare for you. I'm telling you. You're gonna hate every single second of your life. Okay, and in a second is gonna feel like a minute, and a minute is gonna feel like an hour, and an hour is gonna feel like a day.
It's like a year.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Go ahead.
What did you want, this Joel?
3 and shit. Start at 6.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 6.
You can read the whole chapter for real, but we just gonna try to get to the point.
Right.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
And now you in our land, like the dude. It was a dude at camp. I had the signs in my hand, and he like, "What's that? What you protesting?" And I showed him. I'm like, "It's a sign where I had Esau wickedness and the Edom." I said, "This is the wickedness of Edom," and then it had a bunch of atrocities that Esau did, pictures and shit. And I said, "You know who the Edomites is?" He was like, "Nah." I said, "That's who the white man come from. He come from Esau in the Bible." You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, "You know where we come from?" He's like, "No." I said, "We come from Israel. We are the 12 tribes of Israel." You know what I'm saying? And I could tell that because I went about my day. I went back to the campsite, started setting up and shit. Then he stood up and followed me, and he's like, "You said we from who?" Like, you know, you could tell he was thinking about it after I walked away. He's like, "You said we from who?" I said, "We from the 12 tribes, brother." He said, "Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, he said, "So what? I thought the people that's over there in Israel was the Israelites." I said, "No, they stole our land and they stole our heritage." So read that again.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold.
The northern and southern kingdom. You got it right.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Yep. So you're gonna get what you now go to Obadiah verse 15. You're gonna get what you did to us. It's only right. You can't say that slavery ends because JC came. Because even JC himself, Yahushua himself, he said otherwise. You know, he said that he that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And why do we keep talking about this? Because when it happened, you're gonna know that a prophet was among you. You know? Are we bad people for wanting to enslave the people that enslaved us?
Fuck no. The Lord said it's a righteous thing to do recompense unto them.
That's
Come on, no, the Lord said it himself.
Right. That's exactly scripture I was about to quote. The Lord said it's a righteous thing. Go ahead though, y'all got it.
You want the Obadiah?
Yeah, oh yeah, read that, yeah.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18.
15.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen.
All the heathen. Deacon Hakai, priest dumbass. You hear that? It said the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. All the heathen. Like we read, like quote earlier, Balaam said the people shall dwell alone. It shall not be reckoned among the nations. The nation don't recognize us now. Why would we recognize them as one of us in the kingdom? What's wrong with you niggas, man? The Lord that's a false balance. What y'all trying to do over there, it's a false balance. And the Lord gonna break your neck, man. You better quit playing. Go ahead.
As thou, I'm reading from the top, Obadiah 1 and 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done. It shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I was gonna say, you got Trump warning about American citizens being killed. You see what I'm saying, by foreign troops, man. So everything's about to return upon your own head, man. you Americans never thought that this place would get invaded. You think this place is gonna be safe from you. It's gonna be safe. America isn't mentioned in the Bible, so it's not gonna be destroyed. You are out of your rabbit ass mind, man. I was at the gas station today, right? So remember I had texted Chad, I'm like, damn, gas done rose up to rose up $1 in like a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Strongsville. And I'm like, damn, this shit's crazy, I'm just playing on people's minds and shit. I'm like, damn, gas done jumped up. She's like, yeah, this is what happens when you're in war. So 3 Edomites came in. They was like, I don't know how they heard the conversation shit, but they was like, when are we not at war? So I'm like, the scriptures say your own mouth condemneth you, man.
Right.
So you think you just gonna go away, you just gonna run away or skip into La La Land or whatever, and nobody's gonna receive a recompense for that, man.
Yeah, that's why I talk to the virgin, daughter of Babylon, because this land has been untouched by any major attack, any major wars. So they've grown proud because it said that violence compasses them about as a chain. You know what I'm saying? And their tongue walking through the earth. So these people, they got comfortable with, like you said, with war and just being an adversary to everyone. And they feel like they matter of fact, if you could get Psalm 73 real quick, because it talk about how they think they're invincible. You want to say something?
No, I was just gonna say it's the mindset of these people.
Right.
You've been throwing punches all your life.
Right.
And you just expected someone to keep taking it.
Right.
Even you've been threatened by plenty of countries. And eventually, somebody ain't gonna threaten you. They just gonna shoot off. As we see in some of these countries, they ain't even saying nothing. Iran said it was gonna be bloodshed behind what's going on. Look what's going on now. We touched your best friend. This nigga live over here on our side of the world. So now we gonna shoot. They blew, I think, like 10% of Israel up already. So it's showing like, yeah, this is who you take orders from. Now it's time to retaliate. And you can't forget about how Russia, they gonna be pulled back into that Soviet spirit. And guess what? That whole side of the world is with Russia. You don't even realize that they clicking up to go against you. You didn't threw so many punches and bullied everybody. You didn't made them into a gang, and now they feel like we stronger than you.
Just a quick precept. This is Revelation 18 and verse 7. It says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's the pride of the mindset of this devil, man. That they can't be touched. That it's not going to be, and ultimately they weren't going to be touched by these the earthly nations, man. Okay, it's gonna take a divine intervention in order to overtake this beast system, man. Because ultimately, when you read Job 9 and 24.
We don't want and post about war. The people, like, bro, they actually think that they just dominating, like they just flawless victories and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you people are real naive, bro. And even though we out there telling you, like, we like the voice in the back of their head that they don't want to, they trying to tone out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we've been out here telling you that America is not gonna win this war. When World War III comes, America's not gonna win. Matter of fact, it's gonna be completely annihilated.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Slocky, that's when you had that shoulda, coulda, woulda moment. Damn. I'm like, damn, they was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when these martial law troops, Trump implements martial law, he gonna do that shit before the election, I believe. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's gonna force him to. You're gonna be there forever, man. You see, that's the plan of the so-called white man. He wants to rule forever, man.
If I can just add on to you real quick, you just made me think of a point. That's a great point because that's exactly basically what old boys doing over there with the nation of Israel. They're basically holding their office random because they go into war, so it pauses all their political back and forth or like them holding power. But soon as netting out a Jew, right, would stop the war, he would have to get brought up on them war crimes. So Ain't no going back for him. Same thing with Trump. Trump's about to pass that threshold to where ain't no turning back, and it's gonna be obvious. But you got
Because once martial law is implemented, everything, the Constitution goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? Voting, you know, it's a whole FEMA takes over. You know, FEMA's going to take over once martial law hits. You know, and that's a whole different set of laws that America is not ready for, man. You know, I'm gonna read this last verse, and then y'all brothers got it. Revelation 18 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her." You know, so ultimately, it's only going to take 1 hour for this place to be removed. Because why? Because ultimately, the destruction is coming from Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. It's not coming from, you know, the black military. What's that man that we roll it past? The black man military. Yeah, black man army. None of that bullshit, man. It's coming from the alienation from the nuclear missiles that the Lord has, man. That because why? He created a Smith that blow up the coals, man.
Wow.
So, no, go ahead, bro. It's like it, bro. You got it.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say, because why? Because ultimately, this is the Lord's war, man. This is when you break down that word, the valley of decision, it goes into Yahweh Shabbat, meaning Yahweh's judgment. You see, so ultimately, everything that's being shaped and formed and molded is for the Lord's will, man. You know.
All right, good. Psalm 73 and 5, real quick.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 5. It says, "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men."
That's what the Jake, the one nigga who when he was in Dubai, he like, I never experienced nothing like this. He was like, but I just met a lady from Lebanon. She said this is nothing. She said she used to it, so that made me feel a little better. Yeah, cause you're not. You don't consider that's going on. That's been going on for decades. America been dropping bombs on random countries over there. You know what I'm saying? Constantly. They said that nigga Obama dropped more bombs.
Any president.
Yeah, matter of fact, look at how many bombs did Obama drop.
Like 1,000 a day.
You feel me? This nigga had a bomb demon, bro. This nigga was, and then they'll lead you to believe that he was like the most peaceful president and shit. And this nigga was what did it say?
Hey, why this nigga was shooting left-handed jump shots? You know what I'm saying?
in a brown suit.
Yeah, this nigga bombs over Baghdad.
Hey, you beat him up like crazy. You was mad this nigga wore a brown suit. You're not mad at all the genocide and murder that you're doing in the earth. The big deal is this nigga in a brown suit. He's disgracing the presidential office.
Yeah, and then you call him the Antichrist.
Right.
What is Trump?
Yeah, right. The anti-type. Like the apostle said. You do got any information?
Yep, it's during the final year alone in 2016, he dropped 26,171 bombs, which equates to 72 bombs dropped per day. And that's just in the last year of his term. It wasn't really shit going on.
Bro, that's more than I thought. Like, how do you drop 26,000 bombs in 1 year? 76 bombs a day. It ain't even 76 countries over there, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? So this is why Iran called America the Great Satan. They said one day the Great Satan will fall, you know, and the scriptures say that this word has gone into the gates of the nobles. So these countries, they know the prophecies, man. You know, they know the prophecies. They know the end of you, and they know that you're trying to stop it. This is like a major chess game that's being played right now, bro. Like this is cold for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if I can add to your point real quick, the biggest, one of the most hidden pieces on that chessboard that they didn't expect people to catch on to the game that they're playing is us coming to the realization of who we were. Because that's what the whole thing is now. Everybody who's hearing us are like bottom Edomites. They hoping that we're wrong. But Trump boasting, Trump dropping these bombs is basically them admitting that they are the Edomites. And so now they are in a conflict now. And now they're looking at us like, what if these niggas actually really right? Like, what if they really are like the children of the Lord? Then so you know something's coming your way. And like they about to start a whole little infight. I mean, you brought up the second Esdras 15. Trump already kicked out the boy, what's his name, Tucker Carlson. He said that he ain't part of MAGA because Tucker came out and said the truth. A lot more of these so-called red-blooded patriot Edomites, they're coming out, man, because they don't want the United States, right, what their forefathers worked so hard to enslave us for Trump to come and lose it, right, over this nonsense of a war. All right, but they just don't understand. As the brother was quoting earlier, Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, right? So even if it seemed like the most idiotic move that this man can make, he's going to make it right now because again, the Lord is illustrating, right? He the one who's forcing these leaders to go to war with each other.
And you mentioned chess. I see Esau looks at us as pawns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the pawns are very limited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is though is that we have the backing of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And so now the Lord is clearing out the chessboard. So now as we keep advancing, now we have the potential to become, a queen, which is the right hand, the wife of a king. You know what I'm saying? So when, as each brother keeps progressing and keeps getting stronger and keeps usurping the position of Esau Edom, as we get closer to the other end of the board, now brothers is tapping back into their potential. You know what I'm saying? So where now brothers can overcome through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai by upgrading, bro.
Y'all brothers D, y'all chess brothers. I'm just a checkers brother.
Brother, not the jump. Yeah, not the jump, alright?
I got a precept of what he said. This is Isaiah 19:14. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Board right there.
It says, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And that's the moves that this place is making. It's like, is this nigga drunk? You know what I'm saying? But no, he's not drunk. This nigga is running away from the E-files. He's trying to suppress our message. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to keep Israel safe. You know what I'm saying? He wants to make America great again. He want to get Greenland. Then he want to rename the Gulf of Mexico. And he want to take over Iran and regime change over there. Let me go get Maduro. This nigga crazy.
They say you're right.
Right.
They say even he's about to invade Ecuador.
Yeah, and Cuba. He said he's thinking about a regime change in Cuba. He's considering nigga. How are you considering this? Who made you king of the earth? You know what I'm saying? Who made you the king of kings and the lord of lords? That's not you, man.
And where's the checks and balances at? You see,
Right.
when America was founded, you had certain principles. Exactly. So one person can't just be a dictator and just decide. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a majority that aligns with the chief executive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what the legislation. You have the legislative, the judicial, and the executive branches. Those are the checks and balances that they supposed to keep each other in check.
Yeah.
But see, he's just going all off script. Fuck the Constitution. Fuck the Bill of Rights. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do this shit because these niggas is waking up. I see chariots in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Constantly. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun. They just all over the place, man. You know, you just
block out the sun. Yeah, it's the spirit though. Because remember, he was already president once, and he was really doing his own thing then, but it was getting richer. They set his ass down 4 years. They said, "Listen, nigga, this is the game plan." At least Keynes said, "All that making money shit, we ain't about to be no money. This is the fucking game plan. We're gonna wipe you and your family out."
That's why he went and got all that Bitcoin.
Yeah. Now he on for it. Yeah, we gotta get this C-hip technology rolling, and all that stuff they invested in, and he basically just he proving that we the prophets. Everything he do, just how the brother was going into how he gonna cause martial law before he get out of office. That nigga ain't even had that thought yet, but we know your thoughts before you even have them. Why? Because the Lord revealed to us what type of person you are. When you the fucking Edomites and you going into slavery, we're going to see America get destroyed. We're going to see this place fall. Because why? We've been prophesying. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how much simpler we can get for you niggas at this point. Shit, we a broken record. We not even reading the whole. We reading the same parts every week. You can't tell this nigga the devil by now, and you better off having faith that he the devil. Because when you see it in person, shit, that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow.
The scripture saying that this man's heart is deep, and they cover a whole lot of different avenues. And the elder young brother was just going into Yaquan was saying, this goddamn devil's over here, he over there, starting the fire, trying to pull one out over here, lying about one that he got over here. Like, Hey man, we already know that it's destined for what? To get the economy in a bad position to bring forth what is need to come next, which is the Lord prophecy, which is going to be that RFID chip, because that's going to be the real. On your mark, get set. It's time to go.
Yeah, but that's the ultimate goal, because that's his, in his mind, he's disqualifying the Israelites from salvation and inheriting the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's the ultimate goal. And also they're looking at it as their salvation, because they think they can get everlasting life through that technology. You know? And we'll finish that Psalm 73, and then whatever brothers got, we're going to start with the closers.
This is back in Psalm 73 and verse 5 again. It says,
The what?
they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
But now they starting to be plagued. You see, now you starting to go through what these other countries is going through. You know, your bank accounts ain't as fat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your woman is leaving you and shit. Your children is rebellious and whores and faggots and shit. You know, now you going through the curses.
Mm-hmm.
Cracked out. You know what I'm saying? What do you call it? Opioid epidemic. Y'all messed up now. You know what I'm saying? Division in your household. You know, they don't. The white people, they all used to be on one accord in their house, brother. Everybody, if they was Catholic, the whole house was Catholic. If they was motherfucking rock stars, the whole house was fucking rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Now them niggas, oh, she's a tranny. My dad's is a
Democrat.
he's a Democrat. My mom's a Republican. Like, it's just all messed up, man. Then little Timmy over there killing mice and shit with his bare hands. This nigga is crazy, bro. These people, hey, these are strange children, bro. That's how y'all all gonna get changed, bro. Y'all all gonna get changed. They show you. One of my earliest memories about an Edomite was watching Toy Story as a child. Oh, yeah. And the nigga Timmy, that nigga, what's his name, Timmy?
Yeah, with the braces and shit.
Yeah, with the braces, that nigga. He was torturing the toys and shit. He was a demon, bro.
That's the spirit. They always give us one. Every generation you had Dennis the Menace.
Right.
Before him, what was it? I know you know one. The freckle white boy, he was terrible, but that is funny that you said that, because every generation,
What you talking about? Leave It to Beaver, Eddie Haskell?
not that one. Remember, he was called Stepson or something. Not Stepson. He used to wear the outfit with that little devil with the pitchfork. His father was dating a little white chick. I know y'all saw the preview before. But anyway, basically, like, the point of it is like they always show themselves to be little demons. Even as children, they be the ones taking your cats, putting fireworks to their tails, and just horrible, man. But Salaki though.
No, you good. They said the wicked are estranged from the womb.
Yep.
But you got it.
This is back in Psalm 73 and verse 6. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
That's where y'all at right now. You and Mary, y'all conflicted, because you know it's not looking good, but you still think it's all good. It's not all. Your president is telling you it's all. You got nothing to worry about. Where there's a flawless victory. What did the nigga say? Operation Midnight Hammer about getting Maduro. He said that was the greatest operation in the United States history. You know, we didn't even lose any soldiers and all this shit. So he's telling you sweet little lies. Meanwhile, alternative media is saying that you have 500 Americans that's been died since you assassinated the Iranian president. You know, and you know that they have nuclear capabilities. You know that Russia has better missiles than you. Russia is an ally with Iran. China is an ally with Russia. You know what I'm saying? You're not the big dog on the block no more. You got these so-called black people on the corners telling you that your country about to be destroyed, and it's in the Bible. So there's a lot that's working on the mind of you Edomites, and you ain't sleeping good right now, man. Just like that Jake that walked into the elders camp yesterday, and one of them was a Jake, the other one was an Edomite.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that Edomite ain't sleeping good after that conversation that they had with the elders. But you got it.
This is back in Psalm 73 and 6. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Pride goeth before destruction, okay? And a haughty spirit before a fall. And you swear on the Bible left and right every day, hundreds of thousands, millions, I dare say millions of you judges plaintiffs, whatever, y'all all swear on the scriptures every single day. You don't read the Bible. It was a video. I did a lesson. The Jake, he was going in Walmart asking people. He was like, "I give you $20 if you could quote one Bible verse."
Oh yeah.
Every single Edomite looking
Did not
person
know
that he asked did
could not
not.
answer.
And they said, "I don't even read. I don't. I'm terrible." The one dude said, "I'm not a good person."
That's not what the
That's
Bible
it.
The one nigga said, "I'm not a good person."
Ask somebody else. He
Wait.
said, ask somebody
Yeah,
else.
and they all look irritated when
Yup,
he mentioned
yup.
the Bible. They was like, "Nigga, why are you asking me some shit? I'm trying to shop. You talking about?"
Yeah.
But then every Israelite, whether it was a Hispanic or a so-called black man, they all quoted the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even it was basic scriptures, but
it was
still,
the basic God love me scriptures, but they
yeah.
still like shouted. Yeah.
That's the zeal.
Yeah.
You ain't got no zeal, man.
Yeah.
Okay, because it said the Most High is not in all their thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you completely going after Satan. And that'll read that scripture again because it made me think about that. And then y'all, I know you got one, Michelle. You got one of the parts.
This is Psalm 33:6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yeah, violence cover you like a garment, man. You know, you put that shit on every day. Just like we put on clothes every day, this nigga put on violence every day. Like, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, say he get no sleep unless he calls something to fall.
Right.
So you have to live a miserable life.
Right.
For you to just wake up and operate like that, bro.
Bro, that's what I say. These Rothschilds, you didn't even enjoy your time. You was too busy having to worry about us. I mean, you know, this nigga created a whole system that was set up to deceive us and keep us from the truth. Like, you can't even enjoy your own wealth. You know, here it is. You somewhere in a fucking castle with a moat around it and crocodiles in that bitch with a big drawbridge, and you in that bitch snorting coke thinking about us. Like, nigga, what the, you know, we don't have no money. You know, all we doing is breaking down. That's show you the power.
Yeah.
It is of this scripture, man. This is our sword right here, man. You know, and it said piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. These niggas' spirits is fucked up over there in them castles, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't even enjoy that Screaming Eagle, that $500,000 bottle, $500,000 bottle of wine. They can't even enjoy that shit. It said wine shall be bitter, strong shall be bitter to them that drink it. You want to say something?
No.
You want to say something?
It's like having a woman that actually attacks you every time you smile. Every time you come in the house and you look like you having a alright time, she gonna attack you.
That's crazy. That's what that nigga Kevin Hart said. That nigga Kevin Hart, he said when you with your boys and your woman call you, do not act like you having fun.
That's crazy.
You gotta sound like you having a terrible time. What you got? You got something?
Yeah, just real quick. This is Psalms chapter 140, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, Grant not, O Yahweh Shemashah, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves a lot. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, you know, the Lord's not going to let Esau actually accomplish his goal, because this is a proud idea that he has. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because ultimately he thinks that he's going to overthrow the creator of the heavens and the earth, man. You know? Verse 9, it says,
he that sitteth in the heavens
shall
shall
laugh.
laugh. You like comic relief to the Lord.
He's a jester.
Yeah, he's a jester.
Jester.
Verse 9, it says, as for the head of those that compass me about, let their mischief fall of their own lips cover them. That's what the brother Ashiar just made mention. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, he's going to fall upon his own devices, roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? You know, so everything that the pit that he's made, he's actually going to fall into it. Verse 10, it says,
because he wanted to put you. Your whole thing is to put everybody into a digital slavery, but you the one that's going into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna put all of y'all in slavery.
Got it. Verse 10, it says, let the burning coals fall upon them. And that's a dark saying for the nuclear missiles. It says, let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, so they rise not up again. You know, and that's ultimately the ultimate extinction of Esau Edom. And World War III is going to bring that that idea closer. Okay, because World War III is going to put a man into this man's system, and after 1,000 years, he's going to be completely erased off of the face of the earth, man. And that's what not only the Israelites, but the rest of the nations are also hoping for it too, man. You know. It says
you're not gonna be how do you say? You're not gonna be missed.
Yeah, kind.
You know, the nations they're gonna be happy when you perish.
Hey, it says that in Psalms 37. The wicked is basically gone and none hindereth. You know, so ain't nobody gonna be worried about another damn Edomite, man.
But
you know?
wait, that's my one Edomite friend. No, it might be Deacon Hikato. He might be. But wait, Yahweh Shai. Slice.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking, but hey, that's the beautiful part about it. A nigga that's so fucked up on this side, he gonna be in his right mind in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And let a heathen try to save you, man. That heathen gonna die that day.
Yep. Got it. Last verse, Psalms 140 and verse 11, it says, "Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him." And then we mentioned violence. You know, and it tells you with violence shall Babylon be overthrown. You know what I'm saying? So this is the recompense. You know what I'm saying, that Esau is gonna have to swallow, man. That's the dregs that he's gonna have to drink. You know, he enjoyed the whole glass of wine. You know, now with the dregs, you know, no, you got to drink that shit, man. You know.
You see, the Lord is more violent than you.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? You try to paint our Lord to be some softy. The Lord is more violent than you, and He gonna show you. You thought you was violent, you thought you was big and bad. The Lord bigger and badder than you, man. That's why He's called the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Nobody's greater than Him. You want to say? You got a scripture? Anybody got anything else?
I got one.
Okay,
I got one for you real
you
quick.
got one?
Going to a couple points that the brother was making. Psalms 2 and 1, it says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?"
Right. Yeah, because when you go to that word rage in the Hebrew, it goes into conspiring. You know, because all you heathen, you know, you're against each other in certain things, but one thing that you're together on is keeping us oppressed and keeping us in darkness. You know, because you know that that helps you.
It said the same thing in Psalms 83 about a tumult, meaning an angry gathering. You know what I'm saying? So these things are the conflicts that Esau's having to try to keep us down. You know what I'm saying? They try to keep him afloat. Right now.
Psalms 2 and 2, it says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against His anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us."
Yeah, they don't want to go into slavery. You know, they're like, we gotta figure out how we can escape this slavery shit, man. That they talking about, man. You can't escape it.
That was beautiful, because when you go into the I don't know why they be tripping, but the NLT, because I was actually reading this the other day. Damn, is another brother Blue Letter working?
Yeah, I got you. Where you at?
Psalms 2 and verse 3 in the NLT for me real quick.
I got you. Yeah, kind.
Because the brother said the perfect breakdown with that. Like, that was beautiful. Slocky.
No, you good. Psalms 2 and verse 3 in the NLT, it says, "Let us break their chains," they cry, "and free ourselves from slavery to the Most High."
Woo! You ain't freeing yourself from this, man. Your hands is too short to box God, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai coming, and He gonna, man. And that's gonna be I cannot wait, bro. I cannot wait. You know, we're gonna have new bodies. We're gonna live forever, and you're gonna get the shock of your life. When the Lord come back, He not gonna be no white boy. He not gonna have long hair. Okay, He not gonna be happy. Okay, He gonna smack chains on your arms and chains on your feet. Put a yoga iron around your neck. Tighten that motherfucker. Okay, that bitch gonna weigh 100 pounds, and you gonna be seen off to a ship. We gonna ship you across the world, man. Same way you did us. That's the start of the kingdom right there. And you gonna hear big trumpets in the trumpets playing in the background. You gonna see brothers dancing and shit, dancing like David and shit. doing the whole 1, 2, man. While you niggas getting put on the motherfucking ships, you gonna be singing "Whoa, it's me." Whoa, it's me. Some made up song. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be singing.
Praying to Jesus.
Praying to Jesus. No, hold on. Jesus gonna be in the line. We gonna be right there. Look, there goes Cesar boy it's there, right there. Look.
Right there, right.
Matter of fact, you get to the front of the line, Central.
Yeah,
You get to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what the king gonna be mighty, bro. You gonna have all these different characters from history. Like I said, they gonna be there.
Yep, kind of.
But hey, the Lord willing to edify. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakawadash.
Giving us spirit to this lesson, type of honor to the apostle and elders during no storm, still willing to teach well. Call me Asherah.
Shalom, shalom.